name is Canseco and welcome to Merhouse Immigration Channel, where we share tips and information about Canadian immigration. Now, if you're planning to visit or stay in Canada, you need to know about some big changes that came into effect January 31st. And the Canadian government has expanded the officer's powers to cancel visas and other temporary resident documents. And these rules could impact your ability to enter and stay in Canada. So today I want to break down these rules in simple terms so that you know exactly what this means for you. So these changes give IRCC and CBSA officers more power to basically cancel ETAs and temporary resident visas like work permits and study permits. First, an ETA can be automatically canceled or will be automatically canceled whenever a holder becomes a PR, a permanent resident, if a passport is stolen, lost, or abandoned, or if the holder is deceased. So these are pretty straightforward. There's no discretion here. The documents are automatically canceled. ETA may be canceled, meaning that the officer has some discretion here whenever a foreign national is inadmissible or becomes ineligible. Now, there are certain reasons in the law as to what it means to become ineligible, 12.06 of the regulations, and we added two more reasons, which is if the officer believes that the individual will not leave Canada and if the individual is refused a study or work permit. And of course, if the officer believes that the ETA was approved by an administrative error. Now, there's also some other reasons for which an officer may decide to cancel a temporary resident visa. And this is if the officer finds the individual to be inadmissible, or if it decides that you no longer meet the requirements for that TRV, or if you're issued a temporary resident permit. Again, if the officer believes that you won't be leaving Canada after your visa expires, if you've been refused another visa, work permit, or study permit, or if it's been a declaration under section 22.1, subsection 1 of the Act, or if the TRV was issued by mistake. Now, the important thing is to understand how these changes may affect you. So what does this mean to you? If you're a foreign national, whether you're outside or already in Canada, these changes may translate into delays in travel. So for example, if your passport or travel document is lost or stolen, then you'll need to wait for a replacement of your document and then reapply for your visa or work permit. Because as we mentioned before, it's one of the reasons why it's automatically canceled, right? Another way it can affect you is that you will have a record now that a TRV or an ETA has been canceled, and now this will leave a mark on your immigration record, and you will need to declare it in all future applications, and it may make your future applications just a little bit harder. Now, you may also be ordered to leave Canada. So in case you're found inadmissible or no longer eligible, you could be required to leave Canada. You can also be denied boarding or entry once you arrive at the POE. So you might be stopped at the airport or even refuse entry once you arrive to Canada. And this might translate into financial loss. So you've already purchased travel tickets and your visa is, so if you already purchased travel tickets and your visa is canceled, then you could lose money that you spent on those non-refundable bookings. Now, these changes mean that it's more important than ever to keep your documents updated and to make sure that you meet all the requirements before traveling or staying in Canada. So what do you need to do? Stay informed, stay prepared, and if you're unsure about your status, if you have any concerns about these new rules, reach out to an immigration professional. I hope you found this information useful. If you have any questions, reach out. You can find our contact information and our weekly blog at merhouseimmigration.ca. Thank you, take care, and goodbye.